medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is spirit medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. This is me, Laura. I want to make a very quick announcement that hurricane, I think it's Matthew, is looks like it's going to come to Florida. Well, I know it's going to go by Florida, but it looks like it's going to probably be hitting my area. And right now, we're in the middle of some kind of squalls from that storm, and I might lose power. I'm letting you know, Susie B. So if you're there, fill in for me, and I will try to call in from the phone, my cell phone, if that happens. So if it happens, I'll be, trying to come in another way. And I'm not sure if I'll even be able to do a show on Wednesday, but the hurricane is not predicted or not projected to hit where I live until Thursday. So if that is the case, I probably should be able to come in to the show Wednesday. So that segues into when the show happens, which is Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I would like to dedicate this show to my dear friend, Karen Lynn Felicimo, who passed away about a week ago. She was an aspiring medium and was a medium, had abilities, but never was able to quite reach, I think, the expression of her talents and her abilities in a business form. She certainly had the gifts and was using them, but as far as a business goes, it was always a little bit difficult for her. And I just want her to know that I'm here for her. And suddenly, as I was doing my preparation for the show, I got a couple of messages from her. So Karen, I'm here looking out for you and thinking about you, and hopefully you're fine where you are in the spirit world. Okay, so what's this show about? It's mediumship and messages, and also mending, meaning healing. It's an hour-long show. The first 15 minutes or so will be group-oriented messages. I will be doing a channel group message in a little while, and then I will go on to other side connections. That means connecting to your loved ones in the spirit world. And then I will be going into a mix of different kinds of readings, mediumship, and, well, I tend not to do mediumship after those readings then, but I'll be doing a mix of other kinds of readings, which is mostly about your own life and also some healing. There is a website that has all this information on it. It's the website for the show. It's called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com, and there you will find access to 5 different resources. Number 1 is how to obtain a private session with me at a substantial discount. Number 2 is how to be in to win a private session with me, and I'm not going to keep that a secret. I actually did have a winner drawn today for September. Kathleen, who's all excited. She has her reading with me on Thursday. And I just took, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different emails of people waiting in the queue that want to be in to win for October. So if you are wanting to be in to win, just go to spiritmediumtv.com and join our mailing list at the upper right portion of that screen. And number 3 on that page is how to jump the queue. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Where do I get these rhymes from? I love rhymes. I think people remember things easier with rhymes. So if you want to jump the gate, do the 8 no wait, which is number 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. Item 4 is how to get a master's certification as a soul psychic healer, including mediumship, which is the last of the 4 different segments of this certification. Takes 4 months approximately to do, and I have a nice testimonial there. Item 4 on spiritmediumtv.com discusses that, and item 5, brace yourselves, everybody. You can actually look at me on a live video feed at the bottom of that page. So through some crazy idea that I had, I made this more than a radio show. I made it into my own private TV show, and I have my own private channel on YouTube. which is called Laura Mendelson. It should have been called Spirit Medium Laura. It should have been called Spirit TV or something. But I created the channel before I had the brainstorm. Anyway, there it is. So if you go to Spirit Medium TV, go to item 5. Well, just go to the bottom of the page. You'll find a live video feed of me in front of a camera, which is riveting. Absolutely riveting. Okay. I have a nice little testimonial. I always usually have one, and then I have a focus subject. My testimonial for today, I didn't even know it was there. I have all different places people can leave testimonials, and one place is when you book an appointment, you're asked after the appointment automatically by the booking software, what'd you think? And this wonderful woman left a testimonial for me a while ago, which for some reason I didn't see till today. Joan Cecil. Oh yeah, now her name's coming back to me. Joan Cecil. I had her for a reading, and she thanked me for being helpful, and the information I gave her was being used to help heal her breast cancer. You are very in tune with spirit and a very kind soul. I would highly recommend you to others for any service needed. Well, thank you so much, Joan. It's my honor to be of any help I can for any kind of healing needed. Okay, so what's today's subject, our focus subject? Well, today's focus subject could be about a few things. I did write an article on telepathy, which I was going to focus on today. I should have written an article on synchronicity. I'm trying to heal a problem in my own body right now with my right knee and my right hip. And as I've been looking and praying, and I pray, I pray. I find that's the most effective form of manifesting about in true understanding that there is a higher dimension and we're all part of that. But as I was doing my praying, I did have a couple of synchronicities there. So maybe I'll write an article on that because there's so many different parts to that story that I couldn't get it out fast, and I need to do something fast. And I have another article on ideal weight, which is also there. I think I spoke about that last radio show. I'm not sure. But anyway, today we're going to talk about telepathy, one of my favorite subjects. You can have you can do telepathy. Telepathy exists. And I'm sure that you've had experiences with it. Perhaps you might know when somebody's going to call you, have a thought, that person's going to call me. I know they are. And then the phone rings. Or you might have a feeling that you're going to run into somebody somewhere and there they are. Well, that's not really telepathy, but it's kind of a way of having a connection, right? Having a precognition of another consciousness connecting to you. Well, in any event, when you're emotionally connected to somebody, maybe it's a spouse or a long-term partnership, relationship partnership, or a sibling or parent or child, and even to a pet, you can send them information. See, you just go into a relaxed state of mind and send from your third eye out to theirs the information, connecting it to your feelings in the moment. So I've been experiencing this telepathy with somebody from the past. I know him. He's a wonderful person sometimes, and other times he drives me crazy. Don't we have we all have one of those in our life, right? So yesterday, I woke up in the morning and I had in my mind what I was going to do yesterday, and I hear from this person, and he wants to see me later in the day. And I said no. I had other things I had to do. But as the day went on, like about 3 o'clock or so, I started to say, I really have to see this person. Yes, I do. And I felt an urgency to call him right away. I was on the phone with another person, and I said, excuse me, I have to make a phone call right away. And I called through to him. And he said, my God, he said, you got my message. And I was like, huh? What do you mean? He says, I was sending you messages to call me that you would know how important it is for me to hear from you. So I was it was kind of amusing, but it's a little frightening too, because what's the takeaway from all of this? A couple of takeaways, all right? First takeaway is that this person knew nothing about telepathy till I used it on him. Being a very fast learner, he learned. He learned all about it. He used it on me. So if you're ever going to use telepathy, understand that you're teaching the other person how to use it. So be careful on that count. The other thing to note, that you can't get someone to do something if they're not really open to it. So, for example, if my friend had sent me a message to go jump off a bridge, I probably would have said, "No way, Jose." But obviously, I was more open to see him than I realized yesterday morning. So that was kind of revealing to me about my own feelings. So it's an interesting little story there about telepathy. Okay, so oh, there's by the way, if you're tuning into this show at a future date and you want to see the articles that I refer to, just go to the right sidebar. There really is only one sidebar for this website on Spirit Medium TV, the right area where it says posts, recent posts. Well, you can go to the categories, which is right above that, and just put in telepathy, and the article should come up. And you also can just go to the search box, which is above categories, and just put in the word telepathy. And I have a lot of articles on telepathy. I should probably collect them and make them into a book because I find it to be one of the most interesting subjects. One of our we assume it's not possible for the average person to use telepathy, but it is quite possible, and it happens all the time. Okay, so we're going to do now a little brief meditation, prayer, energy connection. And before I do that, I just want to say one other thing. As I was going through the queue, I happened upon a person I thought was Ellen. And then all of a sudden I heard from Michaela, who was also there, and I said, "Oh, great, okay, Michaela and Ellen, I'll put you down for another side connection because that's what they wanted." And I immediately felt the feeling of a male younger than them that felt maybe like a son to or a brother to Michaela, and maybe a son to Maureen. I wasn't quite sure, but younger person to Maureen, who was Ellen. I heard Ellen. Okay, I didn't know it was Maureen. Kind of interesting little thing there. So the next caller that I screened was Ellen. And Ellen had another side connection also. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't say this to you, Ellen, yet, but I do have a feeling of who's there for you. And then I went to a third call that was sitting there, and it was Amanda. And Amanda gives me her full name, and she says she wants another side connection. And Amanda, you're with Michaela and Maureen. Just want you all to know, got you all together. Okay. And so if you would please, if you're wanting to have a connection, if you would, well, even if you're not, you're part of the radio show, so you'll be part of the psychic field, the morphic field, as it's technically called, that I'm about to create. So if you would please just sit back in your respective locations, uncross your arms and legs, and start to focus on breath from the abdominal area of your body. Breathing in deeply and relaxing on exhale, allowing out all tension of the day. Breathing in deeply, imagining its beautiful white light coming into your form. And relaxing on exhale. And if you would please, if you're looking for an other side connection, if you would please call in your loved ones from the spirit world now. And if you're wanting a life question to be answered, please ask that it be answered now and firmly and squarely place it in your mind's eye now, asking Spirit that you be successfully provided information and healing. If you're wanting a healing, ask for the same success and that you be healed. As you do that, I'm going to go do the prayer silently. I'll be back in a second. And now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into the space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, wonderful. So what I'm going to do now is do a little channel group message from the ones. Hold on. We are here. We are the ones. We are your guides, the beings that you each speak to when you're silent and ask for help from God. We are the ones that work with you on your life, healing and helping you in every way that we can. We are the ones that you honor in the spirit world as you do understand or grow to understand that there truly is a spirit world. And we are here this evening to speak to you about love, love of the heart, love of the self, love of purpose. Purpose is one of the most difficult things to understand on the earth plane. It is not about doing things for others or helping them. It is about yourself. Truly authentic center, your code, your DNA, your spiritual DNA. This is the purpose of which we speak today, not the purpose of service, which as well is important, but a different form of purpose. Each of you has your own fingerprint, footprint to the world. You each have your own state of being, your own soul. This is the part of you that no one else has. It is your unique self that we speak about. When you can hone in on your own vibration and use it as part of your identity, you will find that you will live through life in a much more facile way than not. This is called authentication of self. We would like to remind each of you that you each have an authentic self. Listen to it, hear it, be it, woo it, want it, know it, and acknowledge it. As you do so, you will find that your life will have a certain divine flow to it, in which guidance, opportunities, and destiny will come to you on a regular basis. If you are wanting to live more intuitively and more successfully, ask that your divine self be known to you. Ask every day. An easy way to get this connection to self is to ask yourself in prayer every day that your divine self be known to you and expressed in the outer world. We will come in to help you when you are expressing your code. We will come in to help you when you are expressing your true solar plexus self, centered self. This is the part of you that needs to express on the earth plane. We say solar plexus because the soul is part of the plexus area. That is the area where you connect to higher source. It is not through the crown, third eye, heart, or any of the lower chakras. It is truly through the gut that you will know who you are. This is what we mean. So listen to your heart, listen to your feelings about subjects. When you feel it is right for you, particularly in the center of your body, like your gut, you will know that you are on point for self. Namaste. Okay. Prayer and feeling how you feel about things. Very good. I don't know what they're going to talk about, which makes this always so much fun and a little scary for me too. I'll admit. Oh God. Okay, so let me go. And Susie B made a donation. Susie B, thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay, I'm going to go to. I think it's Amanda. Oh no, Amanda, you popped ahead of Michaela and Maureen. And are they the first ones I have to go to? Then Christine would come after that. Oh no, Ellen would come after that. Okay, I'm going to Michaela and Maureen, and they're also part of the Amanda group. Okay. If I sound like I'm in a daze, guys, it's because there's a lot going on over here. Hi, Michaela, Maureen.
Hi.
Hi, sweethearts. Yeah, it's so funny. I thought that Maureen was Ellen. Remember I said that to you? And right? And I'm like, how could I mix those names up? They're not at all alike. And then the next caller was Ellen that was waiting in the queue. And she wanted another side connection as well. And I felt somebody there for her. I didn't mention to you that I did feel someone for you. And then I went to the third one, and it was Amanda. And then when she gives me her last name, I says, huh? Oh, Michaela and Maureen are already in the queue, so you all are together. And I said to her, Amanda, I said, I felt like there was a male to Michaela and Maureen, you two, and he felt like a little younger, right? A little younger than Maureen. I hadn't touched. It was Maureen that made me feel that way. She didn't know she made me feel that way, but I felt a male to you. And if he felt like a little bit on the younger side from you, in other words, he'd be a generation younger or just younger. And Michaela, I didn't really feel it when I was with you. It was more with Maureen. So Amanda said that that was kind of who they're wanting, and all of you are wanting. Is that correct, honey, before I go in that direction?
Well, it's a male.
Okay. It's not younger or older or anything like that. Okay, so let's just see who it is. All right, love. Okay, I had said brother to her, and she said yes as well. So now I'm a little confused, but let me just let Spirit speak through. Maureen, Michaela, and Amanda are waiting for a message. Please come in. Spirit, please come in. Father figure. Okay. Okay, so I hear, I guess I'm a little bit led as well, but I do hear father figure to at least some of the callers in this grouping, if you will. And I hear also strong burly figure or strong burly kind of body, that a strong physique. So I'm just going to ask you very quickly, would you understand father figure to any of the callers, because I have a group of you?
Yes.
All right.
Me and Amanda.
All right. And I also see he's a strong body. He's got a very strong body. And he says burly. Burly meaning just presence, or he's got his strong body. I don't know how else to say it. Let me see if I can get a little more detail on that. Oh, you can say yes already? Okay. He used the word burly to me. He says, and he's coughing a little bit and laughing a little bit. He says, he says to me, he says, you're confused about something, huh? And he's laughing at me. Okay, whoever he is, he must have a very good sense of humor. Okay, so
yeah,
he has a great sense of humor. He's kind of a salt of the earth kind of guy, but he's very knowledgeable about a lot of things. Money, he's knowledgeable about money, politics. He says he's more of an earthbound soul than a spiritual person when he's on earth, but he does have a spiritual side, just that he has his feet firmly planted on the ground. He doesn't let things bother him when he's on earth. He seems to have a very brisk way about him, very pointed in what he does, and he's very detailed about life. In other words, he knows what he's doing, knows where he's going, and always accomplishes what he sets out to do. Now, those are pretty, you probably would agree to that, I would assume. I have so much stuff I want to say at once. I'm going to stop for a moment. Would you agree to those things, please?
Yes.
All right. He also shows me he's lost some hair on the top of his head. He would be follically challenged, as it were. Would you understand that, please?
No, don't understand that.
Okay. Well, let the record strike that I do see some hair on the top of his head, but it's thinned out quite a bit. That's the way he appears to me. So if it's not correct, we'll put it on the side. Maybe there's some reason for that. I also see that he seems to have his original hair color more on the brown to dark brown hair color side. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
Okay, would you understand that they're around the ears and in the back, and I don't see the top that much. There seems to be a little bit of a wave or something. The hair is short, but it just has a little bit of waviness and curliness to it. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Okay, and would you understand the nose is rounder, and maybe when he was younger it was a little small, but it looks like as he's gotten older, his face kind of filled in a little bit. The nose is a little bit rounder. It's got a couple of I know this doesn't sound very nice, but he's got, he's got a little extra weight in the face area. Would you understand that, please? The nose is rounder as well.
Okay.
Would you understand that, please? If you don't understand, that's fine. I'll give you more information.
I don't understand that.
Okay. What I do see is the face is not very chiseled, so in contrast, it would have more roundness to it. So I'll just leave that alone for a moment. And I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain the nose, because it reminds me of I have an uncle that has a similar kind of face. Okay, very handsome.
Okay.
Very handsome in his youth. As he gets older, the face just gets a little bit more, a little bit rounder. That's all I could say about it. The nose is straight. It's strong, but it's a little bit swollen. Swollen is the word I would like to say. Okay. Maybe just carrying a little extra weight in the body, and some of it goes into the nose area. That's all I'm going to say about that, honey. Okay. I don't want you to,
Okay.
okay, because it's a hard thing to describe. You may see it a different way than I do. All right, so I'm going to leave that one alone. All right, because he also, all right, he also looks like he's carrying extra weight in the stomach area. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
All right. So a burly kind of guy, big guy, burly guy, happy-go-lucky guy for the most part. Not very difficult to get along with. But under the but under the surface, he's got a, he knows what he wants. He's very firm, very strong. He's very commanding presence, if you will. And he feels like, to me, as if he owned things and that people came to him for advice. Very successful kind of personality, if you will. Would you understand that, please, about him?
Yes.
All right. And he says, I spoke softly, but I carried a big stick, and people did listen to me when I spoke. He also shows me he's exaggerating his cranium a bit just to show me he's very smart, very smart. He knows a lot of things. But you would agree with that because of everything else I've said. Now, I don't know let me just see something else. I want to see something from him. You want to say something to me, please, love? Okay, he says he should have worked out more, exercised more. He's laughing a little bit. He's saying it to you, Maureen. Okay.
Okay.
He says, I know. He says, I know. He says, I know you know what I mean. He's laughing a little bit. He says, I didn't really care about those sort of things, but he thought he was okay. He thought he was doing the right thing. He wasn't really that sick or anything like that in general. So what he's showing me here is that he's living his life, going about his business, but not a person who considers himself unhealthy. Would you understand that, please?
Right. Yes.
All right. And then finally something happens, and it's sudden, and it takes everything by storm, and it's over very quickly, and no ability to really have any warning for this or any knowledge of it. So there's a health issue that happens suddenly. Would you understand that, please? It's a health issue, not an accident. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on one second. He's trying to do something with me. Okay, hold on. He says, I could have known better. He says, I was out of breath a lot when I walked. He says, but I paid no attention to cardiovascular issues for most of my life. It was sudden, and it was not at all painful. He says, I was suddenly gone. He says, it was actually here one moment, gone the next, didn't feel a thing. He wants you to know, okay, he wants you to know that he didn't suffer. Okay, because it was a sudden passing, and you might wonder, do you understand that, please?
Yes.
All right. And you're always worried, did he suffer? Didn't he suffer? Oh, my God. Blah, blah, blah. I also get the name Joan floating through all of this. I don't know if you know a Joan. Do you have anybody you know that's Joan? Or maybe his name is a J. You do know a Joan? Okay. There also might be significant for his name if it started with a J sound to it. But I've heard Joan 3 or 4 times, so I have to say that name. He says he loves you very much, all of you very much. He says he's left all of you in a bad way financially at the time. However, everything's been ironed out to the best of your abilities. He says you've all done a good job. He says I try to always have been in command of that, but I didn't plan for suddenness. He says I didn't plan for that. You've handled everything well, he says to you, Maureen. He says, but there could have been more done beforehand. He also shows me that you've had some resources, see, like another man that you were able to talk to, or somebody that has an authority that was able to help you iron these things out. He again says he loves you all very, very much, and he wants you to know the most important thing to know today is that he continues on. He's not left you. He's with you every day when it's appropriate, of course. He says he's not looking in on you when it's, when you need your privacy or whatever. He doesn't want you to feel that way. He also shows me, doesn't seem like this. Did he smoke, honey? Because he's showing me a cigarette there.
Yes.
All right. Ooh, he should have known better. Bad boy. All right. So there it is. He loves you all very much. He is coming in a lot in your dreams, Maureen. He says you're getting more dreams than everybody else. He says to you, you're very psychic. He says you're very, very psychic. He says, I'm assuming that Amanda and Michaela are his daughters. Are you both his daughters, Michaela? Oh, Michaela, you can answer for Amanda because she's on a different phone.
Yes.
All right. He says, I'm not coming in your dreams as much as your mom. He says, but everybody is getting something. Uh, he says, oh, okay. He's trying to let you all know that he's kind of parsing out his connections with everyone. But Mom, I believe, Maureen, you're their mother. Is that correct, love?
Yeah.
Okay, that you're getting the brunt of all the dreams right now, most of the connections, and you've been telling them, and everybody's listening to you. It's very interesting to them. He says you're very, very psychic, Maureen. So interesting, very interesting. He loves you all very much. He says you've taken grand command of everything, Maureen. And he says, I'll see you in your dreams again tonight.
Okay.
All right, sweetheart. I'm so sorry for your loss, everyone. That's a terrible tragedy when we lose somebody like that so suddenly. I hope that these messages have been healing for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now I'm going to go over to, so Amanda, honey, that's the messages, honey. I'm not going to go to you separately. I am going to go to Ellen, who I heard when I was talking to Maureen before. You see, Maureen, how psychic you are? Another name came in on your name. Okay, going to Ellen. Hello, Ellen.
Hello, Laura.
Hello, sweetie. Okay, so before when I was talking to you, and I told you I already felt somebody. I didn't tell you who I felt. Well, maybe I didn't say that to you. Let me just see if I can bring that same feeling. And again, 917 Ellen. You're very smart. Somebody's saying in spirit to you. You're a very smart woman. You take care of everything beautifully in the home. And you're like the glue that holds everyone together. Take care of everyone for me. And I feel that there's a mother figure that is presenting. I don't know if that's who you want or not, but we always, I let Spirit speak to us and give us what is coming in. And just may I take a quick look at that soul, please, Ellen, and see what it is for it?
Oh, sure.
All right. Okay.
Sure.
First thing I get is a feeling of faint, slender woman. Not overweight at all. Calm personality mostly. Little disoriented with herself towards the end of her life. Not listening to others, not hearing others properly. Everything scrambled in her mind. She feels alone a lot towards the end of her life, but she's not alone. She just feels alone. She doesn't know where she is sometimes. She says that you took very good care of her, as did other family members, not directly. It might have been, I think it was indirect, but in terms of making sure that she received proper care. She says she's very happy for all of that. There's something about the chest area that bothers me, even though I've already spoken about something going on with the cognitive abilities. It seems something in the chest area is bothering me about her. Hold on one second, please. She can't get air in her lungs for some reason. I don't know if that has anything to do with the cognitive abilities, but there's a problem with breathing for her. Would you understand this, or do you need more information about who I'm speaking about?
I may need more information.
Yes, that's fine. There's some, okay, I'm going to give you what her face looks like. Her hair's a little messed up right now. It's shut, it's cut around the ear length. It's more like a shorter length to a little bit around the ears, longer to the ears. So it's a medium short length, okay? And it's a little wiry and kind of disheveled at the moment. Doesn't mean she always was. She's wearing a little sweater over kind of a house dress. The house dress goes to mid-calf, if you will. She's very, very slender, as I mentioned already. The nose is very distinctive. She's got a straight, strong nose. It's in proportion to her face, but it is distinctive. And she uses a name for the family. I'm not getting the full name, but she says everybody in the family is there's a certain kind of nose that's sort of in the family line, and she's trying to give me the family name, but it's not coming through. But there are a few other people in the family who have her name, and she also knows, and she says you also have that kind of a nose. It's straight, and it's a strong nose, a purposeful nose, and a smart nose. She adds to that. Now, the nose is, I don't mean to overdo the nose. It's not like that's all that's on her face. It's the only thing that she's showing me right now. Everything else is a little bit more soft. So just to let you know, she has a nice, straight, strong nose, very beautiful, refined tip, and slender. It's narrow. It's not bigger at all. It's just a nice, strong nose. Anglo-Saxon looks, she says, for the most part. She seems to have brown hair in her youth. It gets whiter. I see it whiter right now, but she's saying brown hair in her youth, and that she has lighter eyes. Would you understand this now from what I'm saying to you?
It could be one of my aunts. It could be my grandmother. But I don't think it's my mother. She wasn't that slender.
That's fine. When they say mother figure at the beginning, or I have that feeling, I'm usually just getting an older generation. That could have been a mother to you or somebody else. So we'll just leave it at that. She's very slender, as I mentioned. Now, I'm also feeling that even though there's loss of cognitive ability, remember I mentioned that before, I also feel that it has to do with the lungs, that there's a cancer in her body. Would you understand that for any of the people you're thinking of, please?
Yes, it could be.
Okay. I'm hearing something, the older aunt. Would you understand that, please? The older.
Yes.
Okay, the older aunt of the two, she says, is me. She says, I've come in to speak to you about your own health, Ellen. She says, you've been suffering with something for a long, long time, and I want to help you if I can. Now, are you having any kind of health issues, please?
A sports injury type thing.
Oh.
It's not serious.
Okay. So let me see what you want to say about it then. Certainly not anything serious, as you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to look in on you. She says, I want you to know that you will get better eventually. It will no longer bother you. It seems to be in your ankle or your heel area. Would you understand that, please?
No, it's not there.
Okay, well, we're a little weak on that connection. Let me just go back to her and see if I can go back one or two facts and then pull it in again. She's knowledgeable about, she's into health. She's something about her, she knows about health things. Would you understand that about the aunt you're thinking of, please?
I'm not sure whether it's that aunt. It might be my grandmother.
Okay. All right. So see, because they all have the similar nose, it's kind of hard to pinpoint them. But I'll just review what I said. And I want to make a firm ID, otherwise this is not a successful session. Is a strong nose, as I mentioned, but it's narrow. It's not too big for the face. The hair is a little disheveled around the face on the shorter side, but not real short. Oh, she's showing me herself very well now. It gets white to gray. She's got dark hair in her youth. She actually said to me, blue eyes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And she shows me, I didn't say that before, I just said light eyes, but she did say blue eyes. And in the throat area, in the chest area, there's something bothering me. And she gives me a feeling of wasting away, which usually means cancer to me. She didn't say cancer. I just get a feeling of an illness that's wasting away in her body for a long time, even more information before it's diagnosed. There's coughing and phlegm and things like that, and her getting more and more thin. And also losing some cognitive abilities and cognitive function towards the end, but that's only part of the fact that she was getting sick, not because she had Alzheimer's or what was the other word, dementia. It's not that she has dementia or Alzheimer's, just that she's getting that way. Okay, now I can give you more. I can go over everything again, but from what I've said, can you make a firm ID, please?
Again, it is either my Aunt Alice or my grandmother on my mother's side.
Wow. They had all.
I'm sorry, I can't tell you more than that.
No, that's fine. No, there's more. There's more information. And under this person is a son born to her. Would you understand that, please, for either of them?
Oh, then that would have to be my grandmother. As far as I know, this aunt did not have a son.
Okay, very clear to me. There's a son under her, born, and she has a very lovely life on earth. She loves you very, very much. She wanted you to know that you're carrying on for the family. You're carrying on for the family. You carry along the family honor, the family name, the family, I don't know, something about being the glue. You know how they say the woman is the trunk of the family? Well, she's attributing you to being sort of that kind of person, if you will. And she's happy that you're doing that. Carry on for the family. Carry on for the family, she says. And there's one more message. I want to try to give you something personal, and then I will go to some other callers, love. Hold on one moment, please, love. Grandma, honey. She says, I love you very much. She says, I wasn't around you enough growing up. She says, but I want you to know that I do feel very close to you, even though I didn't have a hand in directly raising you. She says, I always felt, even though I never said it, or even though I wasn't rearing you. She says, I always felt like you were my own. She says, you're very, very similar to me in many ways. You resemble me in many ways. There's a picture of me, there's a picture of something, you and her, on a piece of furniture. There's a picture of you and grandma on a piece of piece of furniture in the house, and she says if you look at it again, you'll see the resemblance in the eyes in particular. She says, I like where you've put my picture. She says, keep it there for us. She says, carry on for the family, and I love you very, very much. And there's one other thing, and it feels to me like you have a boy under you as well. Is that correct, please?
No, I don't.
Do you have a grandson?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, there's a boy down the family line. Maybe it's a nephew to you or something like that. But as I said all that, I kind of got that feeling. Would there be a nephew or someone like that, please?
A nephew, yes.
All right. Well, then maybe she's just telling me that then, love. Would you understand the photo of the two of you?
No, she died the year I was born. I never met her.
Okay. So do you have any photos of her?
No.
Oh.
I don't anyway. Whether somebody else in the family does, I don't know.
All right. Well, she says that you resemble her very much. So I don't know if you'd agree with that, but that's what she says. Certainly in personality, she says, but also some of the facial features are very, very similar. I want to thank you so much, Ellen, for calling in today, honey. And I have a feeling there's somebody else you want to speak with, but we'll leave it at that today, and you can always call in another time. Okay, honey?
Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's okay. Now we're going to go to Craig, who's been waiting an awfully long time for a personal message about his own life. Hello, 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 Craig. What can I do for you, darling?
Yes, thank you very much. I was calling to see if you can do any kind of trajectory for me financially.
Well, if I was a financial planner, maybe I could. But for you, this is what I can do. So I want a question. So if I made up the question, will he be doing well financially in the next 6 months to a year? Would that be a fair question for you, please, Craig?
Yes.
All right, let's look at this. Do we have an optimistic prognosis for Craig and his wallet, spirit? Yes or no? Yeah, there's a lot of things coming up, actually. Feels to me like you've got some coals in the fire, so to speak, or within the next 6 months, you're going to see them blossom. Feels to me like you have 3 things going on and feels somewhat entrepreneurial or investment-oriented. And they are going to work out for you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And it won't take very long. It won't take very long. It's not like you're just asking about a job or something. You're asking about speculation or speculative matters that you've invested in and how they're going to work out. Would you understand that, please, Craig?
Yes.
Okay. And one of them feels like a piece of real estate that has been far too long on the market. It looks like you're going to be able to get that at a price that you're wanting. Do you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to come to you like, God, you must have a bid or offer in on it, but it's going to come right to you. And it's like match made in heaven, so to speak, because I don't know why your guides are painting it this way to me, but they're making it seem like this property is meant for you to own in some special way. And it also, there's something very significant about this property, as if it needs to be refurbished or redeveloped or built up in a special way that honors its original form and shape, almost as if you're restoring it in some form to its original grandeur. It's like a project that's very important. Would you understand that, please?
Not at this time.
Okay. Would you understand then that you do have a real estate project on the burner that you're hoping comes to you? Because I just want to clarify that.
I don't. Not at the moment, as far as real estate. I've been floating some ideas because I'm about to get married and I'm seeking to buy a home, but
okay,
that's not in the burn. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then let me say to you that this is coming up for you. Okay, this property that's going to be, it's like as if you're getting it at a bargain price and it needs to be redone. But it also, and that's the reason I'm saying this is because it's almost like the people that once owned the house are in spirit world, okay? And they're telling me these messages, like you're going to make this house the way, like restore it in a way to bring it back to its former grandeur. So keep your eyes open for something like that, because it seems to have significance. It's meant for you. And the reason, okay, and so the whole idea of things being meant for you brings up a whole new subject, and that is that it seems right now your life is kind of charmed. It's like you're on your track. We were talking about authenticity earlier. The guides came in and did that channeling on purpose and being your authentic self and all that. Seems to me like you're in track energetically for who you are, what you're supposed to do, and things are sort of coming to you that are meant to come to you. So if use your gut, if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. But it seems to me like you're very good at following your gut, and you're doing a really good job of it. So financially, everything is going to work out. There's some other speculative, I said there were 3 things. One seemed to be real estate, and it looks like that perfect house will be coming in. There's 2 other things that you've invested some money in something. It feels like a business. And you seem to be the kind of person that likes to own something on your own, like your own business. You don't like to work for anyone else. Would you understand that, Craig?
Absolutely.
And you're very good at that, by the way. And your guides love this about you, because you followed your instincts. You're doing what you're supposed to do on Earth, and because of that, you're always being rewarded, including your fiance and everything else. So everything looks good. Everything looks really, really good. Okay, honey?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, and I'm going to go to Andy, who's been waiting a very, very long time. Do I have you? Did I get to you, Andy? Where am I? Yeah, there you are. Hey, hi, Andy.
Yes.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Laura. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, absolutamente. What can I do for you?
Well, I too am interested in some career stuff.
Okay.
I am wondering if I need to be looking or networking a bit more, even though I'm in the midst of school. I hope to be finished in a year.
Okay.
And just wondering how the job prospects look.
School finished in a year, job prospects for you. Well, you already know. They're telling me you wouldn't have gone into that if you didn't think there were job prospects. But it's more of a deeper question, or there's another level to it that your guides would like to address, and that is if it's going to be where you want it, for the price you want, in the area you want. But in general, there are jobs available. But let's just see if it's going to be one that you're going to like. Hold on, Andy. You're at 913. Yes, there will be several jobs that you're going to like. Whatever field you've chosen, and for some reason it's blocked to me at the moment. Maybe it will open up in a moment. But whatever field you've chosen feels like there's a lot of urgency for employment, like people are looking for what you have, and that you will be inundated actually with interest from former employers as well as future employers. In other words, there's places you've worked before and then places that you could work now. I get a sense about this of it being technical in nature and analytical as well, and that one needs to have a fairly engineering kind of mind to do it. What is the work? Because I'm not getting exactly what it is, Andy.
It's advanced research in the health sciences, specifically regarding cancer survivors.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think you called in once before. Didn't you? Yes. I remember now. And it just comes across as analytical in nature and engineering of a sort, and that you're analyzing things. But this is a very lucrative field to be. I know this sounds weird, but the word I'm getting is very lucrative field to be in, because it can help people that are researching drugs and or remedies, if you will, figure out where to put the money. See where to put the money. I said all this to you. Yeah,
okay.
I think I said this to you before, and so there will be several employers that will be looking for this kind of help. Of course, they would be more in the pharmaceutical industry, or people that are looking for ways to treat this particular illness with whatever it is. So, you can already start circulating your resume, but I do feel that you will do very well. There's one other way of looking at this. There's also another slant on it, besides those that would be pharmaceutical or people looking for ways to treat the problem. There's also insurance industry that would be interested as well as potential employers, because there would be actuarial work related to this. Would you understand that, please?
That's new to me, but it's certainly not. It is possible. Let me put it that way. Yes, I have wondered about that.
Yeah, well, you're being told that that is another angle for employment. I'm going to see. So I have two ideas. One is pharmaceutical. One is insurance for actuarial looking, risk management, that kind of a thing. And then let me see if there's anything else. Okay, hold on. Research. And then the third would be simply in research itself, which I don't feel you're wanting to do that. You don't want to do it from a purely academic perspective, because
Correct.
Right, because it's not, you want to be more out in using it versus in the etheric world of analysis. So you will be able to do the first two and be able to see results, you see. The very first one is probably the most important for you. In other words, looking for remedies. What's the most efficacious methodology or methods that are working to heal. So it gives you purpose, you know. It's very exciting.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sure, my pleasure, Andy. Thanks for calling in, honey. Thanks.
Take care.
Take care. Okay. And so I am going to go to Cassandra with a life question. Hold on. Hello, Cassandra.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Did I say your name correctly, please?
Yes, you did. That is correct.
Good, wonderful, love. It's a beautiful name. But I see my eyes are like,
thank you.
My eyes, I don't see so well. Okay, so go ahead, sweetheart. Give me your question, love.
My question is about a friend of mine. I don't know if I have to give you her name, but she's been kind of distant lately. So I'm just, and I know I didn't do anything wrong that I know of, intentionally. So
All right.
the question is like, really, what's going on with our friendship?
All right, give me her name. Just her initials, please.
It's Y.
Her initials, please. Y, and what's the other part of the name?
Oh, YR.
Okay, thank you, love. This is Cassandra. YR. She likes you. She's not really trying to be hard to get here. Let me just see what's going on with this. Are you saying, Spirit, that she's otherwise occupied? She's very busy right now with other things, other plans going on in her life. She's doing things, very busy, busy, busy. There is something that was said between the two of you that was misconstrued by one of you, but it's really not an urgent issue or matter for her right now. I also get a feeling she might be using busyness as a way to escape this. Let me just see something here. Hold on. YR. I want you to know that I feel that she's burying her feelings about it and sort of keeping herself busy to not talk to you about this. But there is something troubling her, and it was something that was spoken about between the two of you. And it's about something that you sort of inadvertently, you didn't mean to say anything, but it sounds from her perspective as if you offered an opinion about something, and it sounded to her like you were criticizing her. And it's something about taking something too soon or doing something too soon that you were saying to her. And so she's trying to escape it by remaining busy and avoiding you. This is what I'm hearing, okay? Now, what do you do about this is the question. Now, before I go into that, does that resonate for you, honey, for the situation? Can you relate to what was just said? Oh, well, she can't relate because she was accidentally dropped. Cassandra, I just want to finish that message, honey, so it'll be here and you can hear it in the future, that I feel that she needs to be called by you and spoken to, and that without any confrontation, a misunderstanding can be ironed out. In other words, you don't even need to bring it up. You just need to be nice and talk to her again, because I think she feels that you're disapproving of something that she's doing and how she's using her time and something that she's doing in her life, and that's what it is. You're a very nice person, though. She does like you, and she wants you to like her as well. Okay, I'm going to let
Okay.
I'm going to let that. Is that you,
That sounds good.
Is that you, Cassandra?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, love.
Yes, I did drop the line, but then I did jump back on. But you don't have to repeat yourself. I will go back and review it again.
Yeah, all right.
So that you don't have to go back to it again.
Oh, thanks, sweetie. Yeah, I just want you to know that I think she's very fond of you. She likes you, but she feels that you disapproved of something that she was doing. And you didn't really mean to disapprove or anything, but she heard it as criticism. And so right now she's keeping herself ultra busy to avoid confrontation or talking to you. And it seems like she's disinterested, but really she's a little bit annoyed or hurt, if you will. And so just go back and listen to it a little bit. But I think that at some point maybe you'll connect with her if you feel like it. And you don't need to have a big confrontation about it. You just need to let her know that you think she's great. And then everything's going to be fine. Okay? It's a matter of her ego being bruised.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Thank you. Bye.
Have a good evening.
Thanks. You too, honey. Okay, I'm going to go to Kathleen, who's wanting a relationship issue, and then I will go to Susie B. All righty, Kathleen. Hello, 978. Hello. Kathleen?
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Kind of down today.
Oh.
I wanted to know if you see a significant love relationship coming into my life.
All right. Let's see. Now, you don't have one now? That question sort of suggests.
It ended. It's been on and off, on and off. I don't know if he's going to come back, but
All right. Well, let me just, because sometimes people do have they really want to know if the other one will come back. So I have to include that when I'm going as spirit. I just, I need to do that. Okay. Kathleen. It's Kathleen, right? Yeah, Kathleen 978. Yes or no? Hold on. First, I'm going to just see about the last one. Because Kathleen. No. I don't feel that that's going to return this time, the last one. And you're right to seek a future new partner. And so I do feel that within a few months, you're going to be feeling a lot better. And I do see a man. I know it's hard for you to hear these things because you're hurting, right? You're hurting over the one that you lost, right?
Yeah, but he has been in and out like a fiddler's elbow. He always leaves when he gets angry, so I can't put up with it anymore.
Well, what I'm seeing is that you're going to have new person in, okay? And that it looks like 4 months or so. Okay, so that would be like right after the new year. Let's see, October, November, December, and January. And that you would like him very much. He's kind, a kind person, gentle person. He seems to be affluent. He has dark hair. He drives a big car. Very, very fun personality to go out with. And that you would like him very much. And I see that new person coming in. I see the old one trying to here and there, but he's going to present in a way that's just not adequate for you. Not adequate for you, and very messed up, worse than before. And you're going to say, "What? What do you want me to do? Eat used bird seed here? Well, what am I, chopped chicken liver?" You're not going to want to
try to get back.
I see two more times that he's going to try, but it's going to be so messed up that you won't be tempted at all. It's going to be as if he's getting worse and worse and worse. He does have a temperament issue. Is what I'm hearing. Yeah. It's an anger problem, and he just doesn't understand himself very much. And unfortunately, you are at the end. You're on the receiving end of that, and quite often you feel like you're being punished when you've done nothing wrong. So the more you understand that, the more you'll be able to release it, send him love, and clear your energy, clear your space to move forward to somebody new.
90 seconds.
Guy being Italian. Described him.
The new one?
I love Italian men. You said someone in January.
Yeah, he could be.
Dark hair.
He could be.
When you say dark hair, I think of an Italian, and I love dark hair.
Well, he looks like he's dry. You know what? I say this to you. The only thing I can say is the car looks like he might like to refurbish older cars. So like one of those
60 seconds
smart-looking cars, and he likes to wear like a two-tone top, reminiscent of the 50s outfits a little bit, like a two-tone thing. And he also, his hair's a little bit slick to the side. It's combed off to the side. It's dark. It's on the straighter side. So he could very well be Italian, but I can't see that right now, honey. I'm going to go because I have to.
Where I meet him?
I can't go into that right now because I got to take one other caller, honey, before the show ends. But brace yourself. It's going to be exciting, whatever it is. Thank you, Kathleen, honey.
Well, I hope it's long lasting.
All right. Thank you, love. Bye.
Can you keep me on so I can listen to the last call, hon?
Oh, yeah. You always stay on, love, unless you hang up.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, love. Bye.
No. Okay.
Bye. Okay. I'm going to Susie. Hey, Susie. How are you?
Seconds.
Hello, I'm doing okay, Laura. How are you?
I'm great, darling. I'm great. Okay, sweetheart. So, thank you so much for your donation. The little animals will be very grateful for that as well. Anybody who makes a donation to the show, that money goes in part to a charity that I donate to every month for animals. So go ahead, sweetheart, and give me your question.
Okay. I'd like to see if Spirit could tell me if the relationship with Milton is over and done, or will I hear from him again?
Okay, let's see what comes in for you, love. So Susie B. Milton. Yes, he's going to be contacting you again. And he's not done with you yet. They're saying it's not over till the fat lady sings, is what I'm hearing. Actually, he does. I know. I don't want to give you false hope, but what I'm hearing is he likes you very much, and he really wants to be more constructive in the use of his time, but he keeps messing up, and that's how he feels about it. He keeps messing up. He keeps not planning things right, and he's not very organized in the use of his time. Now, does that mean that you should accept that? No, it just means I'm giving you how he's thinking. What he's thinking is, I'm pretty. Yeah, he's thinking, I'm pretty messed up, aren't I? I wish I could get better control of my time. He's also thinking, I'm not used to being accountable to anyone in the use of my time, and that's why I keep messing up. He does like you very much, and you will be hearing again from him very soon. It will probably be a text message rather than a phone call, because he's like creeping back in to see if the coast is clear. You know, if you like, you know, just sticking his toe in the water kind of thing, and then you will hear from him. If you're open to it, he will then connect with you in a more direct way via phone or phone. That would be nice. But first thing I think is going to be a text message, love, and it's not going to happen very far off. It looks like tomorrow.
Oh wow! And do you feel like that the relationship can take off, or not?
Yeah, it could take off. He likes you very much. I think the advice given to you by some people about not moving too fastly or not expecting too much too quickly would be very well taken here. In other words, develop friendship before you think of anything else. And I think it would work out better that way, because you can intimidate. And I think he was intimidated.
Okay, I just get a little, I guess overexcited and over anxious, and that's what happens. And then I lose all sense of anything.
Aw, you're a sweetheart, darling. You're going to do very, very good. And not only that, I want to give you a big hug, big kiss. Mwah! I also want to give my friend Karen Lynn Felicimo, here's her picture, and she's on the camera right now. Let's just honor her for a moment of silence. She's in spirit now. And I think that she's actually, get this one, Susie B., working with me from the spirit realm, because the messages tonight were clearer than they got to a new level of detail that I've never had before. So I have a feeling that she's working with me. Okay, Karen, you didn't stop doing your psychic work. She's going to be reading with me from the spirit world. I love it.
That is lovely, because, like I always tell you, I like to see, your work continue and other light workers' work continue, even when you're on the other side.
Aw, yeah.
I tell you that.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, love. Well, big hug, big kiss. Okay, I'm gonna love you too. Thank you. Bye. All right, everybody, we're going to be ending the show now. If you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. That's booklaura.com. And if you put radio show in the event code field, you will get a 25% discount, or a third more time is the equivalent of that. Thank you again. And I look forward to doing this on Wednesday, weather permitting, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Namaste. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.